Tell me which way.
Upstairs on the left. That's how I found him.
How long's he been like this?
I don't know. I met him about 10 minutes ago. It's too late. I told you it's too late.
You should wait outside.
No, I want to stay here with my baby. Oh, my God.
Brenda!
He's gone.
Brenda!
Jason!
What is it? What is it?
I put it to sleep, but I can't believe this is happening. Not again. No, not again. No, not again. No.
We'll be as brief as we can, Mr. Cooper. Waiting downstairs. Jesus.
Susie was right to call us.
Are we looking at SIDS?
I don't think so.
What then?
This is the second child that they've lost.
Yeah, it happens.
Twice? It's pretty rare.
Okay, I'll talk to the parents. Amy, just keep in mind, just lost their child.
It's exactly what I am keeping in mind.
Is there anything we can help you with? Do you need us to call anyone?
I spoke to Miranda's sister today in Melbourne. She's going to come up after work.
Right, well, I'll explain to you what happens from here. We would take David to the coronial services.
Yes, we know how that works. We lost another child a few years ago.
Was that Sid's as well?
No, Emily drowned.
How old was she?
She was 2.
And what happened?
She was playing in the backyard in a wading pool. I got it for her for Christmas. It wouldn't have been this deep, and the phone rang.
You went to answer it?
No, I was at work. Wouldn't have been gone for more than 1 or 2 minutes. Anyway, that's all it took.
Look, I realise this is incredibly difficult for you, Mrs. Cooper, but can you tell us what happened today?
Yeah. David was having his nap, same as he always does. I went in and checked on him, and when I came in the room, he was under the blankets. So I rushed up and pulled them back, and that's when I saw him. His lips were blue. I called the ambulance. I tried to resuscitate him. I said, breathe for Mummy, please.
She sounded genuine.
You think?
The woman's just lost a child.
Yeah, look, I'm not saying she wasn't upset. She would be, wouldn't she? Even if she'd done it.
Right. And the hubby's in on it as well.
Anything's possible.
Whose idea of filing is that?
Oh, yeah, that was me. I just didn't have time to sort it yesterday.
Workspace, not the corner of your bedroom.
All right, but it's not as if anyone's using it right now.
Well, you never know when it might be needed.
Is that right?
Mark, I need a copy of an inquest brief from the coroner.
Yep, leave it to me.
Name's Emily Cooper. She died a couple of years ago.
Cooper, as in the Sid's death, the Savo?
Yeah, just doing some background.
Okay.
And there was an article in the Gazette last week. It's another Sid's death. Can you help me track that down?
Yes, Constable Peroni will get onto that as soon as he's cleaned up the pig pen. Josh, get that, will you?
No, I believe I'm on pig pen duty, so...
Sarge said get the door, thickhead.
Yep, someone. Anyone. One of you. Off you go.
Go on.
You are so not a grown-up.
No, yep, I'll hold. Constable, for future reference, your job is to make the sergeant's life easier. Remember who writes the rosters.
He's a bit busy right now.
Oh, won't take long.
Maybe you should just give him just a second.
Well, there was this woman who checked in a few days ago. She's paid for 2 nights and now she won't leave.
What do you want me to do about it?
Well, she was supposed to have left by 10 o'clock. I've already given her extra time.
Doesn't sound like a police matter.
Well, what am I supposed to do? I can't chuck her out physically.
O'Rourke, go and charge her with trespass.
Oh, well, that's a bit harsh. I don't
Solve
think we
the
need to go
problem
that
yourself,
far.
then.
Oh, fine.
Chris, O'Rourke, go with it, deal with it. And close the door.
So, how's he going? Still seems a bit tetchy to me.
Yeah, actually, he's typing up a statement for the Baxter trial.
Oh.
Maybe I could come and have a chat to this woman for you.
Yeah.
Mrs. Crawford? Mrs. Crawford, we're coming in. Hello? Mrs. Crawford, it's time to leave. You're going to have to check out now, or if you wanted to stay longer, well, you're going to have to pay.
I'm sorry for all the trouble. I don't want to be a bother.
Was she aggressive?
No, that's the thing. She's nice as pie.
Oh, well, looks like you've got yourself a mystery there, Kelly. You better work out how you're going to solve it, eh?
Now, sorry, I don't want to be a pain or anything, but why does she get her own case?
Because she did the legwork, excuse me.
Well, you did the arse work. Your specialty.
You better see if you can find out more about this woman, Kelly.
Yeah, but how? She won't say anything.
Oh, well, you could run a name through the electoral roll, births, deaths and marriages. They should be able to help.
Yeah, all right.
So what's with all the desk fuss? Are we getting someone new?
The desk fuss is because I want a nice, clean, organised station. Get rid of that, will you? Here's that article from the Gazette that you're after.
Oh, thanks.
So I take it you're treating the death of the Cooper infant as suspicious.
Let's just say we're looking into it.
1 dead child is a tragedy, 2, and it's beginning to look a bit suspicious.
I don't buy it. They seem like a happy enough couple.
Yeah, well, appearances can be deceptive. Plenty of families who look happy aren't. Here we go. Remember the Sid's death in St David's a couple of weeks ago?
What, and Miranda Cooper did that one as well?
Here's what the mother said. I tried to bring her round. I was praying for Mummy. Please, breathe for Mummy. Sound familiar?
Pretty much what Miranda said.
Hang on. I mean, that sounds like something any parent would say in that situation.
Not verbatim, they wouldn't.
Right, so you really think this woman killed her own child?
That's a good question. One we need to ask the Coopers.
What now? They've just lost a baby.
Yeah, well, their defences are down. No better time to get to the truth.
Hey, you want to be very, very sure.
We're really sorry to intrude again. We realise what a difficult time this must be for the two of you, but there are just a few loose ends we need to tie up.
Well, Miranda's upstairs having a lie down.
Actually, it's you we'd like to speak to first.
Why?
We have to take statements separately.
Standard procedure.
Did David have any medical conditions?
No,
No breathing difficulties, asthma, maybe a cold?
not really. No, he really was a healthy little fella. Nothing more than the odd cold. You really ought to be talking to Miranda about this. She's the one who did most of the looking after him, especially lately.
Do you think she was coping?
Yeah, of course. She's the perfect mum. She's the perfect homemaker.
It's a really nice photo.
I mean, any mother's going to find it hard work. David didn't sleep very well. She was up half the night most nights.
Was she suffering from depression?
No, nothing like that. I mean, it's hard work, you know.
Miranda, what time was it that you put David down for his nap?
About 10:30 after his bottle.
And he usually slept for...
A couple of hours.
Right. So he was a good sleeper.
Yeah, he was very good.
And what did you do while David was asleep?
I tidied up and then I went on the internet for a while.
What time was it when you found him?
Well, I looked up at the clock at 1 and I was surprised he was still sleeping, so I went and checked on him then. And the rest you know.
I'd just like to ask you a few questions about Emily's death.
Emily, why?
Just a few questions, if you don't mind.
Actually, I'm just feeling a bit strange. I might just get a glass of water.
What are you doing?
I think she's faking.
We should talk to her when she's in a fit state.
Oh, she's putting on an act.
What makes you so sure?
It's just a gut feeling, okay? Look, she did it.
You don't know that.
PJ, I do.
Even if she did, she's 8 months pregnant. Just take it easy.
All right, so because she's pregnant, we let her get away with murder?
I didn't say that.
But trust me, I can do this. But I have to do it now. I wanted to ask you about Emily.
I really don't see why we need to talk about that today of all days.
So the phone rang and you left Emily unattended in the pool.
Look, she's 2.5 years old. She could sit up by herself. I thought she would be fine.
You were alone with Emily that day?
Of course I was.
And you were alone with David today?
What are you implying?
Is it a coincidence that there was no one else present both times those accidents?
I don't believe this. Jason! Look, I want you out of here. Both of you. Oh my God.
Miranda, what is it? What is
it? Oh my God, it's the baby. It's coming now.
Just breathe, okay? Just breathe. We haven't even packed a bag. We'll get you to the hospital. It's gonna be all right. Hey, look, I think you've done enough, all right?
How'd you go to hospital?
Miranda's just gone into premature labour.
Oh, sorry to hear that. Any dramas, I hear?
Yeah, well, the woman's lost 2 children in as many years. Both times she was alone with the child, and her husband has said she wasn't coping.
Well, not coping. It's not actually unusual.
She's got a strike rate of 2 out of 2 with another child on the way. You know, how are we going to feel if we let this slip and in a year or another year there's another accident?
Yeah, no, you're right. Fair enough.
Do you know how many Joan Crawfords there are in Australia, Sarge?
Joan Crawford?
My mystery woman at the pub.
Never occurred to you that this woman might have signed in under a phony name?
No? Why should it?
Joan Crawford? Not ringing any bells?
Never heard of her.
Right, movie star. Before your time. Before mine, too, actually.
Great, so I might not even have this woman's right name. Well, where does that leave me?
Very close to square one, I'd suggest. Posty.
I've got a call to make.
Oh, why don't I get it just for something completely different? Sarge?
Yeah.
Don't know if we're being paranoid or should we be concerned.
No, you're right to be cautious.
Am I calling the bomb squad?
No, hold off on that. I'll just, see if it's addressed. Personal mail, is it, Giuseppe?
Yeah, just a temporary thing, Sarge. I got my mail redirected here while I'm moving.
Right, don't you think that was a little unwise, given recent events?
I didn't really think about it.
No. Nah, well, thinking's not really your go, is it, eh? Come on, open it up.
Oh, here?
Yeah, well, now we know we're not going to be blown sky high. The least you can do is show us the contents of the package. You, Kelly, you'd love to see what's in there, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, oh, unless there's some reason why we shouldn't see the contents.
No.
Hope he's mail order porn, Sarge.
Look, it'll be just something for the new place. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure we'd all love to see it.
So let me get this straight. You take off your whiffy shirt, pop it in a post bag, send it down to Mama who washes it and irons it for you.
I don't post it. I just drop it off when I go down there for the weekend.
Don't you see how totally off that is?
No, she likes doing it.
They're supposed to teach you, not do it for you.
Yeah, but it's a chick's thing.
Oh, is that right?
Here we go. Look, guys are good at some things, girls are good at other things, all right? Right, boys?
No, I'm not touching that one.
Dig your own grave.
Right. So what are these things that guys are supposed to be good at?
Where do I start? All right, parallel parking, for one.
Oh, I can park.
You can park. When you park, you end up in the middle of the bloody road. I've got to get a taxi from the car to the footpath.
That is such
It's true.
crap.
Hey, and what about reading maps? That's another one for you, eh? What? It's true, isn't it? Look, I've actually thought about this topic, and the fact is, it's spatial awareness. It doesn't exist for females, all right? It's a genetic thing.
So, does this mean that guys are better at playing pool?
Yes.
Come off it.
All right, let's put it to the test. Battle of the sexes on the felt now.
You're on. Rack 'em up.
Kaylee, have you got a second?
Yeah, sure. Hey, don't start that game without me.
Listen, I've just taken up Joan Crawford some dinner.
Oh, that's nice of you.
Well, I don't want her to starve, but I'm not exactly running a charity here, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. All right. Can I have another squeeze at their guest register?
Yep.
What time did she check in?
Should be here, 4:15.
And now she didn't pay by credit card?
Cash in advance.
And no car reg, or she didn't park the car at the back?
No, she didn't bring a car, but she did say she'd come from a long way off.
Okay.
Hi, Olivia Harris.
Hello.
Apparently there's a room here for me.
I'll get back to you, Chris.
Yeah, sure, I'll just get you a key.
Olivia.
Yes.
Amy Fox. We spoke on the phone earlier.
Of course.
So, these last few years must have been terrible for Miranda. First Emily, now David.
Yeah, she's pretty hard on herself. She took our mum's death pretty hard. Miranda was 10 when it happened. I was older, so I guess it hit her harder.
Losing a parent's never easy.
Miranda found her. Found the bottle of pills. What was left of them. She didn't talk for a couple of years after that. She just used to write in her diaries. She'd fill up one and start another one.
So you two stay pretty close?
Yeah, we keep in contact, email each other.
When I first spoke to you, the first thing you asked me was if Miranda had hurt herself.
Why are you asking these questions?
I'm just curious about your sister.
I'd better get out to the hospital.
Of course.
Oh no, whatever should we do now?
I don't know, Kel. I don't have any spatial awareness.
No. Well, maybe if I just hit that black ball with this big stick thing into one of those pocket thingos.
Yeah,
Shot,
okay.
Yeah.
please.
Excuse me. Oh,
Look at that.
Miranda Cooper found her mother after she killed herself.
I'm not sure that proves anything.
Well, it does suggest she might be disturbed.
Tragedies happen to people every day. It doesn't turn them into murderers.
Oh, sometimes it does.
There is absolutely no evidence to suggest this woman killed her children.
No, but it's possible.
Yes, it's possible. You'd better keep digging. Anything else you need?
I'd like to hear the 000 call Miranda made.
Sergeant?
Yep.
Sarge, I've just checked with the bus station.
What, leaving town, are you?
No, this is about my mystery woman at the pub.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I figured she must have come to town by bus because Chris said she was tired from a long journey.
Right, sound logic so far?
So I checked with the bus timetables, and she checked into the Imperial after 4. So it means she must have come from Dalesford, Mansfield or Oyen.
Right, one of those places is a lot further away than the other two.
Which one?
Okay. Oyen's a lot further.
See? Map reading. It's a guy thing.
Look, I heard that the gentleman received a sound thrashing at the pool table last night, so I'd just keep it down to a dull roar if I were you.
So should I do a ring around in Oyen and see if anyone can ID her?
So you still haven't identified this woman at the pub?
Well, not yet, but we're not far off.
Well, why don't you try taking a photo and circulating it? Joan Crawford would appreciate that.
Ready? Sorry to intrude. Chris? Mrs. Crawford? Mrs. Crawford? Chris, you need to call an ambulance quick.
Do they know what's wrong with her?
She's still unconscious. The new doctor's checking her out.
All right, we'll just keep up the sit reps, OK?
Sure, Sarge.
Hey, Sarge, that was the guy from the Junction Servo. He's just had a drive-off.
OK, you and Ed.
Hey, you can do that.
Hey, Amy. Miranda Cooper just had a baby boy, named him Phoenix.
Phoenix.
And the tape of her 000 call just come through.
Thanks.
I need help. It's my baby. I need some help with my baby. It's not breathing. What's the address? Oh, can you come quickly? It's the 27 Cobden Street.
You with the child now?
Yes, I'm here with my way clear. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know. It's not breathing. It's under the blanket. It's not breathing.
Oh, well, that sounds real to me.
No, I can't tell. I don't know. It's not breathing. It's under the blanket.
Hear that?
What?
It's not breathing. What kind of mother calls their baby it?
Facts coming through for you.
Autopsy report on the baby. David Cooper died as the result of an asphyxiating event.
Yes, which is what it would say if he suffocated under the blankets.
It's also what it'd say if his mum held a pillow over his face.
Results are inconclusive.
Not to me.
Sarge, security footage from the server.
Great. Let's have a squeeze, shall we? Well, he's taken the trouble of covering up his number plate.
Hey, that's Dumbo.
No way.
Have a look.
It's a very elaborate disguise.
That's Dumbo Bartlett, all right.
Typical Dumbo. Look, you can't even get into his own bloody car.
I gather you have this Dumbo's address?
Oh, yeah.
It's not the Jehovah's bloody Witnesses, it's your lot. Both unwelcome.
We're here for Daryl, Mrs. Bartlett.
What for?
Is he home?
No, he's not.
Well, do you know where he is?
By now. Melbourne?
Well, when are you expecting him home?
Hard to say.
Give it a try.
Maybe never. You lot have driven him out of town. Haven't you persecuted him enough?
Well, obviously not, otherwise he wouldn't be ripping off tanks of petrol.
He never.
Security cameras don't lie, Mrs. Bartlett.
Yeah, and given Daryl's suspended sentence, you really can't afford to put a foot wrong.
Nah.
This should be enough to put him inside.
Must be some kind of mistake.
Mum, run out of tape.
Melbourne, eh? G'day, Dumbo.
I didn't do it.
Well, it looks as though there's only one door, mate.
So why don't you do the smart thing for once in your life? Just come quietly.
Come on, Daryl.
Back off.
Take it easy, Mrs. Bartlett.
Over here, Daryl.
Mum, what are you doing?
Shut up and get over here. I want your gun belts, thanks.
I don't think so, Mrs. Bartlett.
Pauline, why don't you just think about this?
I've done enough thinking and I want your gun belts now. Daryl, pick him up.
He's a Dumbo now.
Get the handcuffs.
Great. Locked in a shed full of cabbages.
Well, at least you won't starve.
I hate cabbages.
I've almost got this.
Yeah, well, you've been saying that for the last 10 minutes.
Hey! Just take it easy.
Oh, sorry.
They doing a runner?
Yeah, looks that way. Wait, no, Daryl's outside. And he's got the shotgun.
Told you it was less.
And you've still got the bracket.
Yeah, well, at least we can move around.
Like Siamese twins, great.
We won't get lonely, will we? What are you doing?
I'm trying to find us a way out of here.
Suze, there is a half-wit out the front with a shotgun.
Oh, come on, Jones, he's too dumb to find the trigger.
He's dumb enough to take a pot shot at us, which is why we are staying put. Just have to wait until help comes. I mean, how long is it going to be before the Sarge sends someone?
Oh, Joss, have you seen my pen?
What did it look like?
Well, it's an astronaut pen. It Then writes upside down. It was a bloody Father's Day present.
Was it silver?
Yes, have you seen it?
Jonesy's got it, I think. I'll give him a call on the radio.
No. Just have a look on his desk. How'd your mystery woman go at the hospital?
Oh, she's still unconscious and they're doing tests.
She tried to help herself.
Hey, bit of respect.
No, well, I had a look through her room and didn't find any pills or anything, and had a look through her clothes, no wallet, no ID, no nothing.
Right, sounds like she wanted to disappear off the face of the earth.
Yeah, well, I should have seen it coming. I mean, I probably could have stopped her.
No, Kelly, if someone wants to do away with themselves, there's nothing you or anyone else could have done.
OK, we'll send someone out. Shoplifter at the news agency.
Right, go. Kelly, there's nothing you could have done, all right?
Yeah, if the hospital rings with news, can you let me know?
Yep. Where is my pen, Evan?
Yeah, I never realised how much these things hurt.
Really? I thought you'd reused them before.
When?
Well, didn't Donna do domination? I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think it might be better if we hold hands.
Busted a move, Jonesy.
No. Just might stop us tugging on each other's...
Right.
But forget it. Forget it.
No, wait. It's a good idea. It's a good idea.
Yeah. Hey.
I just had an idea. Hey, Daryl?
Mum said not to talk to you.
Yeah, no, I just thought of something.
I'm not listening.
Well, whatever you do, just don't touch the button on the side of the radio.
What button?
Just don't touch the button.
Why not?
Because if you do, you're going to broadcast to all of the police in the area, and you really don't want to do that, do you?
Nah. Ground control to Sergeant Tom.
Mount Thomas to the unit calling. Could you please keep the airwaves clear for less melodic communication?
This is easy listening, copper radio. Hits of the 80s, 90s and noughties.
Mount Thomas 900 to the unit calling.
Please identify yourself.
I say again, Mount Thomas to the unit calling. Please identify yourself.
I said this is easy listening, copper radio.
Can I help you? Yeah. Some lunatic is roaming the streets of Mount Thomas with a gun. Yeah, he's out of control.
You saw him?
Yeah, he was this angry little guy. He had cropped ginger sort of hair. He was a fit-looking bloke. Eyebrows like a thunderbird. You know, the puppets.
Yes, I know the Thunderbird.
And it looked like he was wearing some sort of uniform. It's a bit like
Are you trying to make a
yours,
fool of me?
actually. I think I remember his name now. It was Jones. Evan Jones. Oh, look, I'm just messing with you, Senior Sergeant. I'm your new leading senior constable. Alex Kirby.
This is your idea of humour, Kirby. Watch your step.
I got you a little bit, didn't I?
Sergeant Jacobs, this clown is your responsibility.
Yes, of course, boss.
Alex Kirby.
Mark Jacobs, welcome aboard. Bit of an inauspicious start by the looks of it, eh?
Yeah. So the boss is a bit of a straight shooter, is he?
Yeah, that's one description, yeah.
So, where do I park?
Right there.
Right. You always this crowded around here?
Well, there's usually a few more noses to the grindstone.
So where's Jonesy? We're old mates.
Well, that's actually a moot point. I sent he and Constable Rayner out on a job. I was just about to go out and check on them, actually.
No, I could do that for you.
Yeah, no, that might be a good idea. Get you out of the office. I sent them out to look for a Daryl Bartlett.
can't see him.
Alex? What the hell are you doing here?
You know this guy?
Are you alright, mate? Apart from the brain damage, yeah. But we have to get out of here, fast.
You're not going anywhere.
Darryl. It's not too late to get out of this, mate. You can let us go.
You the one that rang the house?
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
Give me the phone.
Mate, I don't know what this is about. I just came to buy some produce. I hear you grow a nice cabbage, you know?
I'm not dumb, okay?
Of course not. I can see that.
Give me the phone.
Listen, Daryl, you're not doing yourself any favours here, mate. Why don't you just let us go now?
So, you going to introduce us?
I heard you were on the mend.
Love, I know you're trying to help.
I just wanted to say that I'm sorry. I mean, I should have realised.
I don't know what you mean, love.
Well, I could have helped. Maybe stopped you before you did this to yourself.
I didn't do anything to myself. I'm dying, love. Brain tumour.
Brain tumour?
It's been coming for a while now.
But why come to a strange town? I don't understand.
And how are we feeling now?
Like I've been run over by a truck.
Oh, you'll be happy to hear that will pass.
Not for long, though.
In a few hours, perhaps. Then we'll begin treatment.
But I'm dying.
Who told you that? No, you should completely recover. TIAs generally have no immediate after effects.
What?
TIAs, a transient ischemic attack.
Yeah, they're like mini strokes.
Well, what made her think it was a brain tumour?
Oh, because that's what her husband died of.
Ah.
And she'd watched him slowly waste away, and apparently their symptoms were similar.
Why didn't she go to a doctor?
Well, said she didn't want to. Said she spent enough money on quacks with her husband.
Right, she cleared off to die, eh?
Yeah, she didn't want to be a burden to her family, and her son owns this farm and didn't want to put him into any more debt.
Hey, the phone records from the Cooper household have arrived. They're on your desk.
Great,
They go back a few years. That's what you wanted, yeah?
Mount Thomas Police, Constable O'Rourke
This is a trendy bag.
New bloke arrived.
Oh, yeah? Where is he?
No,
Out with
he's
Evan and
here right now.
Susie.
Can I take a message?
In what may be our very own Bermuda Triangle.
Oh, Mrs. Peroni. Hi, it's Kelly O'Rourke here.
So what are you doing here? Checking on you, mate. The sergeant thought you might have skived off. My sergeant? You're looking at your new leading senior Connie.
What? Well, no one told me.
Well, I want it to be a surprise. Surprise!
Look, so Mark knows we're in trouble.
No, I thought the two of you had eloped.
What?
So you were sent here to rescue us? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, now we're all stuck.
Not necessarily.
Well, there's a big problem here, mate. There's one door out of here, and it's barred from the outside.
You're only trapped if you think you're trapped. It's a mind thing, Grasshopper. Look, all we need is something to push the pins out of these hinges, then we gently lift the door aside. That is, if you want to get out.
Hey! Hey, where you going?
Shit! Shit! I think I've changed my mind. You are dumb, mate. Dumb as mud. Now, a bullet in the brain's not going to do much for your IQ. So drop the shoddy. Now.
Bloody hell!
Well, now you know what the safety's for.
Gotcha.
I'll leave you alone with him and you shoot him.
No, sorry, we can't take credit for that. That was all his own work.
Look, I should be at the hospital. He needs his mother.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have forcibly imprisoned 2 police officers.
I had to go into town to sort things out, to pay for the petrol he stole. He needed help. That boy's as thick as a brick.
We came out there to arrest him for stealing a tank of petrol. Now you can add false imprisonment, threats to kill, conduct endangering persons.
Not to mention firearms offences.
Yeah, and some very painful shotgun pellets in the leg.
Maybe that's the kind of help that he could have done without.
Susie, will you show Mrs. Bartlett to the passive interview room?
This way.
You right, Jonesy?
Yeah, I should introduce you to CI.
Sure.
Page. It's a mate of mine, Alex Kirby, leading senior constable.
Huh.
G'day.
I thought you said the D was an old guy.
Yeah, ignore him. And this is Amy Fox.
Oh, hello, Foxy.
Senior detective's fine. Excuse me.
Ouch. Have you got your own desk?
She claimed the reason she left her daughter in the waiting pool was to answer a call, but I've trawled back through the phone records and the Cooper's house didn't receive any incoming calls at the time of death. No one thought to check at the time because it looked like an accident.
Even if that is true, it doesn't put us any closer to proving she killed her baby.
Yeah, but if I can get a warrant...
In the hope of finding what exactly?
Her sister said she used to keep diaries.
She wouldn't write about this. You better be right.
I don't get this.
It's a warrant to search the premises, Mr. Cooper.
Search for what?
Look, I know this is really painful for you, but we have to investigate the possibility that the deaths of Emily and David weren't accidental.
No, I don't believe that. I can't.
Look, for the sake of your new baby, just consider the possibility. If your wife's innocent, we won't find anything, but... I mean, you said yourself that Miranda wasn't coping.
No, I said she wasn't sleeping, that she's tired.
Even if you had the slightest doubt. Constable. Does your wife keep a diary?
A diary? No, she doesn't.
You sure?
Unless it's on the computer. She spends a lot of time on it.
Pack it up. We'll take it down the station.
Excuse me.
Is there a password that we'll need?
Passwords. It's Emily.
I'm not even sure why I became a mother in the first place. Maybe to prove that I could do it, just like all the other women do. The ones you see pushing prams at the shops, the ones that are happy.
Tell them to stop.
No, I want to hear what you said.
Miranda, you read your postings on the various chat rooms that you visit?
Oh, that's just chat, that's all.
It's pretty disturbing chat.
I see the way my husband looks at me with disgust. He can't even bear to touch me. That's why he works so hard, why he's never at home. He's fallen out of love with me and he wants to be somewhere else.
That's not true.
Oh, come on, I repulse you. That's why you left me behind.
I'm right here. I've always been here. You're the one who's pushing me away.
Everyone leaves me in the end, eh? Everyone.
Like your mother left you.
Yeah.
Like Emily, like David. How long would it be before they fell out of love with me, before they grow up and see me for what I am?
You're gonna have to go now. It's time for me to feed the baby. Jason. Oh, come on. You can't listen to them. Give me the baby.
Miranda, we went through the phone records the day that Emily died. We know that nobody called you that morning. You held her under the water, didn't you?
Miranda!
Until you were sure that she wasn't breathing. And then you called the ambulance.
You don't understand. Okay? You don't understand. I love my children. I love them. And they are happier now. They are happier where they are away from me. Okay, you have no idea. All right, you let... Give me the...
Hey, boss, just wondering if you're coming to Joss's housewarming.
I should finish this.
Well, we thought we'd make it a bit of a welcome drink for Alex Kirby, too.
That I can do without.
Okay.
Kelly,
Yeah,
have one for me.
will do, boss. So, we're going or what?
Absolutely. I need to see what you people are made of.
Oh, no one will be drinking with you if you're wearing that shirt.
Oh, come on. It's my metrosexual look.
Well, you were supposed to be here 20 minutes ago.
Oh, what? Need this week's laundry, do we, love?
No. If you must know, it's the food for the party. I got Mum and Nonna to cook something up.
Wait, you put in an order and they send up a doggy bag?
Yeah, it's no big deal. They've got to do it anyway for the restaurant. Here he is. You wait till you have my Nonna's gnocchi, eh? And the tiramisu. Ha! Look at the size of it. Won't be enough for lunch tomorrow. What's this? Where's all the food? Dear Giuseppe, we thought it was about time you learnt to cook for yourself. Had a good talk to this Kelly girl you work with. Is she Italian?
What?
What was it about her that made you tweak?
I've seen people like Miranda before. The walking wounded. Damaged people pretending they're the same as everybody else, and then something snaps.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
Go for a beer.
Oh, no, I'm going to stay. I've got to organise a hospital guard.
Okay. Take it easy.